I have learned that if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. Henry David Thoreau. What a great quote. My friends, just stick with this. You can do it. You can learn to read these charts. Do not worry about how long it takes, because once you become a charting master, you will make up for all the time you ever spent. Now, let's look at where we are as we've seen this top come to an end, at least over the last week and a half. As we look at where things are, we see a green spinning top, almost a doji this week. We have a longer wick on top than we do on the bottom on this weekly chart. 2 days in, we're not halfway there yet, so we'll see how the volume continues to develop. You can see on the 2-day it was below average, and of course that represents Monday and Tuesday, finished drawing, and we have a green spinning top below the prior weekly trend line, which was broken last week, continues to be broken. We can see 2 days of some up movement. Really, where that happened was in the afternoon on Monday, and today down a little bit, 0.15%. Again, these are Heikin Ashi candlesticks, but what do they show us? Heikin Ashi, average pace, as I'm told in Japanese, is what we are looking for. If you haven't taken our Heikin Ashi training, I'll put the best Heikin Ashi training that we have, and it's good. Really good. I'll put it at the end of today's video for everyone. Would encourage you, if you haven't taken it in a while, take it again. Just listen to, watch the video, maybe even take some notes, and really focus on learning what Heikin Ashis are all about. They are not high open, low close. They are, again, put in differently, and when you really study the math, and it's simple math, on how they're calculated, it gives you a much better feel for how they really do help you see the average pace of price movement. What we see here is, of course, a big sideways slide, a big weakening since that last move up. So we will continue to pay attention. Like I said, S&P down some for the day. Is the market rolling over and going down? Not yet. Not yet, it's not. What's it going to do? Is it going to digest these prior gains and bump up again? I can't tell you that. We don't know. So we're in a hold position right now. We had a great run up here. Now we're waiting to see what the market's going to tell us to do. We look at the NASDAQ 100 even more so. Red down candle, red doji, and again, doji on the 2-day candle. And again, it was up a little bit, ended up being up in the afternoon 0.20%. So again, waiting, watching patiently. What's up with bonds? Bonds down for the day. You can see where they've been hunkering down for about a day and a half now as things have moved down on the 2-day. It's where we are on the half day. And again, everything well below the prior very nice trend line that just abruptly ended last week. So down 0.64% for the day. Now, as we look at bonds, of course, again, fairly flat trend line, but again, we do see bonds moving down more steadily. And again, if you don't feel great about jumping into a down move at this point, that's okay. We'll continue to see how things shape up. Look at the low last week, 90.21. This week, the low 90.50. It's hard to read that. I don't want to move my line out of the way, but, there we go. Now we can see. 90, so the low last week was 96.21. The low this week, 96.09. So again, has reached a little bit lower low, so it is moving in that direction. We'll pay more and more attention to bonds. We might pull the trigger on an inverse trade this next week. You might say, Tom, what's an inverse trade? Well, check out something like Tango, Bravo, Foxtrot. That is TBF. That is the ProShares short. Look at what it does. It's the opposite. It is the inverse fund. Now, there can be problems with inverse funds, higher fees. Every day they're reevaluated and repriced. So you want to pay attention to, and the best thing to learn about these particularly simple one-time inverses is to practice trade them and see how they work for you. If and when a stock rolls over and gives you a jumping in point, we're not saying we're jumping in at this point. We'll be waiting, watching, seeing. What about gold? Well, gold now is moving over ever more. I mean, we can see, I mean, it's not ever more today. It's actually almost flat. It's up a little bit, 0.03. But as we look at gold and the week shapes up, we don't see this candle moving up yet. We just continue to see down movement. Decent size. 2-day has pushed completely through the weekly trend line. And of course, the half day is below it also. The big down movement came on Monday. So we'll see if that continues to play out. Again, up 0.3%, okay, 0.03%. So looks like we may be jumping into an inverse. This is the biggest down candle we've seen on a weekly, going all the way back to the big downer back on the week beginning to October. Again, where we jumped in and captured a nice little chunk there after we saw things move over and head down. So let's see where we are as we go from gold, waiting to see how that shapes up toward the end of the week. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. And what do we see on Bitcoin? Pulling back a little bit for the day, 0.61%. Of course, again, Monday was a big pop-up in Bitcoin, pulling back a little from that. Still green on the weekly, green on the 2-day, green on the half-day. Prices above that weekly trend line, and we'll just see as Bitcoin continues to plug along, if it'll just keep going up. That is where we are as we end the day on Tuesday. So appreciate you being with us. I will put that recording on Heikin-Ashi candlesticks at the end of today's video. Please always be sure to like our videos. It helps us so much with the algorithm. And also, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the video on YouTube. And also, you will get a great training each and every day, along with in your mailbox will be a link to our video. We'll send you an email. Only one goes out a day, goes out 5 days a week. The daily review, 4 days, and the weekly review and forecast for you to look at over the weekend. And again, what will this do? It will encourage you. It will teach you. It will help you. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.